Happy Father's Day. That's right, we got that going on. What we gonna have? We have a special review of Mazebook from Jeff Lemire. It's a nice solid book that's over. This is a standard sized book. It's also from Dark Horse Comics. It has a cover price of $29.99. There's the back. And just a case, there's the spine. So we'll do a nice overview, and then we'll also end up doing final thoughts on the book. So without further ado, if you're looking for this book or any other book, go visit Organic Price Bookstack right over here. Go visit these guys. They're a channel affiliate. You can use the discount code of Fifth of Jack to be able to save $2 off your entire order. Or if you have 4 or more books, you can use Jack It Together to save 5% off your entire order instead. Any order over $50 gets free media mail shipping. And it's a nice win-win situation. Well, I guess it should be a win-win-win, because you guys win with a nice little discount. I win because it helps the channel. And then, obviously, OPB wins because, well, you're shopping with OPB. It's going to be nice bomb-proof shipping, and it's going to come out to you with a nice love of the packing and making sure that it gets to you in the best condition possible. So without further ado, let's switch over the cam and go through the art. So in this story, we're presented a father who's an architect, and he's dealing with the loss of his daughter. His daughter always ended up wearing this red sweatshirt. No matter how much it was too big, too bulky. It had a bunch of holes, it had threads coming loose. And that's why you have the subtle red thread throughout the book that you end up seeing. She also loved to end up doing mazes. We'll see this over. There was some kind of ways that she ended up becoming hospitalized. And you'll be able to see her actually doing mazes. And he actually goes over and gets a maze, ended up tattooing over for a map. And goes on a journey trying to figure out and see her face again. It's also a way for him to be able to cope. All this is 11 years after her passing. And this is him still continuing trying to find a way to be able to cope with it. This story has amazing art that comes along with it. And you get to see the character develop as we end up going. So this is a 5-issue book. However, that's not the only character that ends up getting some development over it. There's a minor character development with a character that's over this way that has lost their animal, and you'll end up finding out that development. And it does end up wrapping up to a happier ending. And to see that, you end up having to read this. It has a nice art that comes along with this. And each issue ends up building up on one another, making it have that pace where you end up wanting to read it. It's not overly paced, and it's not too less of pace. It's pretty much at that perfect level of pacing that you have throughout the book. And there's a few little specials that you'll be able to see, but we're going to save that for when you end up picking up the book, if you're interested in picking up the book. So we'll switch from this cam and switch back over to the regular camera and give you our final thoughts about the book. So this was really honestly my first introduction to Jeff Lemire. I know he had a couple different projects that he ended up having, this like Sweet Tooth. And the big one I've been trying to collect is Descender. There's 2 different volumes. I have 1. And then I also have Ascender. So that's a very good run as well that I've heard. But back to this book. This book is a nice solid book. And it does have those defining moments. Art is pretty spectacular as well. And then you also end up having the storyline that goes along with it. And the reason why I figured it would be a good Father's Day, because it's kind of a story of a passage for a father, as you'll end up finding out earlier in our review. I would honestly give this a nice 8.5 to a 9 because it's only 5 issues. Which is good. It's a perfect size to be able to see what the story is, and it keeps you driven for that story. I would honestly, if you're a father, or if you're someone that ends up liking the development of a story like this, I would honestly suggest picking it up. And if you do, go visit the folks over at Grant Price Books. So have you read May's book? Let us know down in the comments down below. Also, happy Father's Day to all the fathers that's out there. In the meantime, thank you for watching. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.